Hi, everyone. Thanks for coming back for the second part of this. I think we got it straightened out now. Can you see me? Can you hear me? I don't know what I did wrong with the other one, but what a mess. What an absolute mess. Hopefully, I can adjust some of this. Welcome in. Thank you so much, all who are here. Let me know if you can hear me at all. I don't know why the audio, the not the audio, well, maybe the audio too, but hi, Doug. Maybe the visual was messed up too. I'm not sure, but it just was a whole issue going on. I couldn't get on camera. Did you hear me at all? Did anybody hear me at all when I was on a minute ago? Because I had to abort the other one, which is a shame. But welcome in. We're just here for a little real talk for real. I don't know what. That's what we're here for, just to chit and to chat and chat and chit. No, honestly, we're just here for a live video. We do these from time to time. They're kind of chatty. I occasionally also open jewelry jars live. Can y'all hear the pitter patter of my pup? I was trying to record videos today and he was doing a lot of barking. Boy, I was getting a little upset with him, but what can you do? Anyway, I don't know what was going on with the last one. I tried doing it with StreamYard. I think I got on with StreamYard again. I hope I did. And I just had to start all over again. I don't know what happened, how that happened, or what, but we shall see how it goes. So, as I said in the beginning of the other video, I said we could do some Q&A. So if you have any questions about anything, jewelry related, resale related, personal related, it doesn't really matter. We can do that. I did want to also address a little bit of an issue that I think people have, and I know that it can seem a little strange for people that just walk in on a video and we're seeing things like hello and how are you and I'm glad you're here, Debbie, and hi, Miss Susie, and so forth and so on. And YouTube is a really big world out there, so I don't want to exclude anyone or make anyone feel excluded when I'm doing a live jewelry jar, but I was reprimanded for that last time. I was told this is not a platform for community and small. I don't remember how she put it, but that's kind of how it came out. That's kind of how I perceived it. Like, how dare you talk to people as if you know them? How dare you make it seem as if you have a personal relationship with anyone on YouTube? So let's be clear. When it's a live video, there's going to be some chit and some chat and whatever. I hope I said that right. There's going to be some chit chat. Okay. There's going to be some shooting of the breeze. There's going to be that kind of stuff going on. And I don't mean to exclude anybody. You will not hear me say this is a little village. You will not hear me say this is a safe place. I can't stand that word. That is the most annoying word in the English phrase, in the English language. I cannot stand it. I don't need to be safe. I really don't. I'm not that delicate. So you won't hear me call it a safe place. You won't hear me call it a great little community because I know it's a great big world out there and I welcome it and I love it. I don't have any kind of filters to block out questions. You don't have to be subscribed. You don't have to even like me to watch. You can just watch. If you say something really annoying, well, I'll just zap you. I have the power right here in my hands to block you forever and ever. And I have. I think I have about 75 people blocked. In the 10 years that I've been on YouTube, I believe I've accumulated 75 blocks, and every single one of them deserved it. But no, you are not excluded. It's just that I have been on here for 10 years. So, yes, I do know some people because I've seen them over the years come to my channel. I go to their channel. Or now that we're kind of establishing a really burgeoning and extremely large reseller and even not even reseller, but a selling community here. Well, we kind of buy from each other, and so we know each other that way. But that doesn't mean that you are not welcome. That doesn't mean. I mean, I would love to know your first name if you want to give it to me, and I can say, hello, Miss Molly or Miss Polly or Miss Dolly or whatever. But it doesn't mean that I'm excluding any one person. But a live video will involve some chat. So I hope that doesn't annoy you too much. If it does, then you can watch the recorded videos, which I try to bear in mind that people have limited time and on their hands, and they don't want to waste it, with me greeting the entire auditorium. But that's what happens sometimes. So anyway, it's been a while since I came on live. And I went in to put my makeup on. And I always put makeup on almost every day. These days, I've been putting it on every single day on the way to work. Because I usually get there like 20 minutes early and I put it on in the parking lot. And that way I don't have to get in there early and chit chat. I really hate small talk. Do you guys like small talk with coworkers? I don't care for it. But anyway, so I do a lot of that in the car. And when I went to put on my makeup today, oh my gosh, I look at my eye, my left eye. You can probably see it. Don't let it scare you. But apparently a blood vessel burst in my eye, and you can see it. It is so scary looking. It looks very apropos for the season, for the Halloween season. And let me say hi to some of my friends so I can annoy all the people that don't like it. Hi, Miss Patsy. Hi, Miss Felicia. Doug, I said hello to Amelia and all the other wonderful people in here. I appreciate you being here. Selma Joe, Anita Tara, Nita Marie. Thank you guys so much. As you know, we are going to have a giveaway today. As you may know or may not know, is that Anita Fanita? Anita Tara, or is that another Anita? Because I forget. And people change their names, and that's fine. Vanessa's here. As you may or may not know, I'm going to do a giveaway today, and I don't like to announce them. I don't like to buy subscribers with giveaways. I don't even like to buy viewers with giveaways. So I don't announce it. I just, unless it's in a video or something, but I certainly don't announce it on the title. But that's going to be later. But anyway, what do you think about that? Don't you think that's kind of ridiculous that people actually get angry that, oh, fabulous. I recognized your beautiful hair and face in the little icon, Anita. So it's a pretty name. I like it. It's kind of mysterious. I like that. That's another thing that's interesting about YouTube names, right? Sometimes we can tell who has a channel, who doesn't, just by their names. But I like the mystery. I like it, Anita. It suits you. It suits you. She's got an established community here as well. So there I go using that word. You know what I mean. She's got an established viewer base, fan base, subscriber base, however you want to call it. So I think it's a good idea when you want to change your name. I don't know. Sometimes I think about changing mine because I do thrift. That is my jam, so to speak. But it also involves jewelry, but in a way, I like to keep it a little open, a little vague, a little, where I can do anything I want with this name, honestly. What do you guys think about that? Anita and Lucia got me started watching all of you. Oh, wonderful. Yes, Lucia is beautiful, isn't she? So is Anita. I just like looking at their beautiful hands. Then you go and look at their faces and oh my gosh. Anyway, so I look at my face and I have this red spot on my eye. Can you guys see it? It's really scary. I don't want to go to work, but I called in sick on Thursday. Yeah, I called in sick on Thursday, so I don't know if I want to do Friday. And then Friday, we had kind of a teacher's work day, so we didn't have any students. But sometimes I feel like, yeah, it's kind of a break that you get, kind of like, what do they call it, teacher in service. But it's not. It's such a waste of time. Oh, that's probably why that lady was complaining too, because I was complaining about my job. And I wasn't really, well, I guess I was. She said in her comment, this is not the place to talk about your teacher details. This is a jewelry place. I was like, this is my channel, lady. I can talk about whatever I want, right? I can pull the jewelry and not talk about jewelry if I don't want to talk about jewelry. Darn it. You like my Selena cup? People are very, very bossy. I don't know what it is about it. I know Anita has felt it. People feel like they own you. They can tell you what to do. She was very bossy, very, very bossy. I even started a channel when I first started. I had another channel and I still have it up. I should get on there. I still have it up. I could have gotten a lot of subscribers on there if I would have kept it going, because the ASMR videos have really, really taken off. And I started this one about the same time, about 10 years ago. And I was reading in it. A lot of people comment about my voice being calming and soothing. So I was doing these ASMR videos, and it's still on there. I just don't know how to log on. I forgot my password. But I was reading books, and it's kind of tricky because you can't really read any book you want to. You have to have either permission, copyrights, whatever, or it can be a book that's so many years old. I think it has to be 100 years old or 80 years old. I forgot. My son told me he's in copyright law himself. And you can read it. And it was fun. That was a nice one. And then they took off. It's like everyone's doing ASMR nowadays, right? So anyway, let me see. Do you guys have any questions? I learned about jewelry, and I also 1 pound 14 karat gold necklace. You got a whole bunch of gold? Is that what you're saying? Bonifacia Coward? Nita Marie says, LOL, I have an actual book of passwords because I can't remember them. So do I. I bought a book of passwords too. And half of them, I still have to change them all the time. I started filling that one up. Everything was being scratched out. Because then I would forget it. And then I'd have to get back onto the original email where they wrote to me from. And I'd have to remember that original email. Boy, we could write a whole skit about it. It's really awful. Yeah. What was I trying to remember today? Passwords for, oh my gosh, I don't even remember. I think one of my old emails, because I was trying to open my mortgage lender or whatever website, but they changed names. So, oh my gosh, it's just a mess. You love lurking on the channel, Miss Janice? Well, good. I love having you here. Thank you so much. Did we have any questions about jewelry or reselling or YouTube or haters? You are in Germany, Miss Jasmine. Nice to have you here. Thank you so much. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to just make it a video all about chatting today, and question and answer if you have any questions. I thought a lot of people ask me questions about where I get my jewelry jars, and Anita knows they're hard to find. You just go, I mean, especially if I don't know how big your city is, Miss Anita. I think you're out of Sacramento or somewhere. I don't really know California, but Houston is huge. Houston is what, the third largest city? And then I live very far from where I work. So, and then I'm training at other places all around town anytime they send me to a training. So I stop everywhere. And honestly, when people tell me, what location is it? I couldn't even tell you. Even the one by my work, I don't even know what street it's on. I just know I got to go left over here on Westheimer, and then I take a right here. And then I honestly don't even know. So don't ask. Don't even ask. Just if you're in Houston, Google and print it out, all of the thrift stores in Houston. And then, just start on your little trek, and you may find some and you may not, because they are very few and far between these days. How do you know when pearls are real? I get that question a lot. Honestly, the only true test for me is to bite it. This is not a real pearl on this pen, but you put it on your tooth, wipe it. I mean, don't be so, COVID is everywhere anyway. Don't worry about it. But wipe it down, put it on the bottom tooth, and if it feels gritty like sandpaper, very likely it's a real pearl. Sometimes they do have some really good imitation pearls that do have some nacre on them. So you may have to dig a little bit deeper before it starts chipping. But if it's not real, it will start chipping, and you'll feel it kind of plasticky, little plastic chips, almost like a nail polish coming off on you. Yeah, you're in Glendale. Oh, okay. Very little jewelry jars, I know. Are you still getting good good and decent prices. I just did a recorded video on a jewelry bag. It was pretty heavy, probably 2 pounds, but it was $39. That's pretty expensive. That's pretty expensive for the size. It was like the size of a grapefruit. It was really kind of small. Yeah. So that's how I know. And also, I don't know, sometimes there is a certain luster to them, but some of them are very, very good imitations, especially, the ones that fool me the most are the freshwater pearls. The freshwater pearls really do fool me when they're faked because they do the little ridges and everything around them. By the way, if you're enjoying the videos so far, please give it a thumbs up. And again, I apologize to anyone who doesn't like chatty videos because this is a chatty video. A live video will often be chatty. I try not to make them that way. And I honestly try to make videos recorded when I'm doing the jewelry jars because I know people want to go ahead and just relax to the video, watch the jewelry. Come out of the bag, me explain it, and so forth. But if it is a live video, just get over it, guys. I mean, I do want to say hello to some people, but no, we're not best friends. I've met a few people from YouTube, quite a few actually. Becky and I met recently. She is my very favorite person in the whole wide world, right? Because she's extremely sweet and just so kind. And Vanessa, I've been dying to meet Vanessa for 10 years. And we were going to meet in Florida. We were going to meet in Chicago. And she keeps moving around on me. One of these days we're going to meet. Right, Vanessa? But, it just so happens sometimes there are meetups like that. But no, we are not all friends. And even the people that are friends are not really friends. They're not really friends, guys. Just be very wary of that. They will be your friend until they feel like you're not doing what they need you to do, or you're not believing their lies, or you're not towing the line of the lies. I won't go any farther than that, but you know what I'm talking about. There are some very nice people here, though. Very, very, very nice people. But we're not all best friends. We're just being gracious and cordial and saying hello to people. That's all. It's not that I want to exclude anybody. I'm kind of alluding to that first comment that I mentioned earlier about someone who said that I should not talk about anything but jewelry in my videos, even though it was a live video. So I wanted to explain, and I wanted to have this video for chat, for absolute chatting. And I had talked to you before that I wanted to start making a Sunday video of Q&A. So start putting your questions in my videos, send me DMs, put them in in an email, however you want. Any kind of questions are open. I won't. Thank you, Becky. I won't allow super personal questions, but you know what I mean. Anything else will be fine. We all have the same love of jewelry. That's for sure. That's for sure. What is your favorite jewelry? Can you actually answer that? I cannot. I don't think I could answer that question. I used to think it was turquoise and Native American, and it is. And then it's also Mexican and sterling, and then it's also Elsa Peretti Tiffany, a little bit of Paloma Picasso Tiffany. Definitely the old classics of Tiffany. Oh my goodness. But honestly, what can you say? Even costume. I didn't. It's interesting though. Up until I started doing YouTube, I never found stones other than precious gems that intriguing. I never really was drawn to beaded necklaces or anything like that. And I became very, very enamored with them after watching YouTube videos and participating in sales and auctions and getting my hands around them and wearing them. So things can happen like that. You can start to like different things. I've always liked costume. I don't think I really wore it that much. I would wear, earrings or something like that. But I always thought that to me, jewelry was precious metals, precious gems. And I think I learned to appreciate jewelry more and more as the more I did jewelry. What about you guys? Oh, yeah, absolutely. I can't watch some of her videos that they do on TikTok. They'll do little homages to her, and I just, oh my gosh, some days I can watch them, but then like sometimes I get like really overwhelmed and I start getting sad. Do you guys ever want to get sad? Sometimes I want to get sad and I'll listen to some sad music. Do you guys ever do that, or am I the only freak? I actually do that, especially in the car on a long ride. Sometimes I actually want to get sad and I'll listen to, and sometimes music just comes out of nowhere and makes me sad. It's crazy. It's the one thing I don't do too often is watch sad movies. Some people really like sad movies. My sister does. I don't really like sad movies. But I do occasionally will say, you know what? I feel like listening to this music because it reminds me of my father and I know I'm going to cry, but I listen to it anyway. Or I'll let a Selena song play and it reminds me not only of her, but of my late niece who loved her very much. So, yeah, it's crazy. It's good for the soul. I think so too, Karen. Yeah, blues, definitely. Yeah, even some country music, some 80s country music. Oh my God. Willie Nelson, like who can't listen to Willie Nelson? Has he ever done a bad song? I love Willie Nelson. Yeah. Oh, James Avery was discovered when you watched me. Yeah. Yeah. I think we did bring it to YouTube for sure. You can't buy jewelry jars in Germany. I watched this fabulous YouTuber. I just discovered her on my feed. Her name is Bamboo Betty. She's in the UK, and I'm shouting her out only because she's really fun to watch. She's got longer videos. She puts out a video every Friday. And she does a lot of, she's not really a reseller. She says, I'm not a reseller, I'm not a trader, but I just kind of fund the addiction of jewelry. And she finds some beautiful things at the flea markets. And she has this wonderful way. I think she was actually a fashion editor. She's actually a professional writer in her own right. So she has a wonderful way with words, and I think she entitles, the subtitle of her videos are, let me see if I can remember this, plants, cats, and snacks. And along with that, it's jewelry and fashion. So she finds incredible jewelry over at the flea markets and charity shops in the UK. Not sure where exactly in the UK, but she doesn't show her face or anything. I wish she did, but she's got a beautifully delightful accent and voice, and she's a lot of fun to watch. I like discovering new people to watch and sharing them with you. So go check her out. Bamboo Betty is her name, and tell her I sent her. Sent you. Oh, I'm so sorry, Living Redefined. Yeah. Sometimes we really do have to go there, don't we? I've never lost a daughter, so I can't even equate. But I do feel that way about revisiting our grief and those that we've lost. And sometimes you just can't do it. Sometimes you're, oh, I can't do it today. But then other times you almost seek it out. I know I do. After a good cry, right, Priscilla? For sure. Yeah. My dad used to love Charlie Pride. He liked a lot of different music. He liked Mexican music and Spanish music, but he loved his Western music. Charlie Pride was one of his favorites. Yeah. You're an extrovert. Chatty by nature, Miss Felicia. Oh, nice. See, and I'm not. I just finished telling you I hated small talk at work. I'll sit in my car and kill 20 minutes instead of walking in and having to greet everybody. I don't know why. I don't know why. I just feel like I have that hat on all day, have that professional hat on, have to be perfectly. Oh my gosh, have I got a story to tell you guys? Oh, I just can't even believe it. I have to have my parents send me the video. I was absent on Thursday. I told you guys I was absent on Thursday. And I had some very important work to do here, so I had to take care of that. And then on Friday, it was teacher training, so they sent me off to another school. But I met everyone on Friday morning because they had donuts and stuff for us before our training sessions. And my session wasn't going to start till 1. So, of course, they make you go in and do nothing. But anyway, supposedly, our sub that came into my room, which is an SLL, it's a classroom that's self-contained. These middle schoolers do not leave my room except for ancillary art and PE. So we do everything in the classroom. Special needs kids, very, very much of a spectrum, though. I have kids who can do math, and then I have some kids who don't know how to hold a pencil. So apparently, I don't know where this woman came from, but this is not unusual for someone to just walk in out of the streets and pretend to be a sub. So I'm freaking out about it. But have you guys seen those TikTok video? And I've only seen them on TikTok, so I'm going to be very kind of vague about it, and you might know a little bit more about it than I do. But supposedly there is this addiction going around, this drug. I don't know what it's called, but the people wind up like folded over, literally folded over like a rag doll. And some of them actually walk that way because they're in such a stupor from this incredible mind blowing narcotic, or I don't know what it is. I don't even know what it's called. I forgot. But there's a lot of TikTok videos about it. There's a lot of not interviews, but I guess man in the street videos where people just go record people that are, I mean, I'm not just going to say San Francisco, but other places that have this, I guess, like a homeless population. And these, I don't even know, I would think they'd probably be homeless, or at least, some kind of living on the streets of such. Anyway, this lady walked in and proceeded to sub for me. Proceeded to sub, not for me actually. She subbed for a TA because I lost one of my TAs 2 weeks ago. She had to go back to another country to take care of her mother. Hopefully she'll be back, but they couldn't give her an extended leave, so she had to quit. But anyway, she came in as a sub for my TA, but my TA that was there said she could not believe what she was doing. She said she was blabbering, and everything that they had already set forth for them to do for the day that was on the board, everything's on schedule. She changed it. She went and erased the board. They literally had to escort her out of the school, and they couldn't get her to go. They could not get her to go. And my para took a video of her. I said, did you put it on TikTok? I don't think she was thinking about that. I think she was just trying to be safe. But she took a video of her folded over like a rag doll, literally like a jackknife, like this, and looking at the floor as she was walking. This is unreal. This is so unreal. I could not believe it. I still can't believe it. I still can't believe they would let someone in like that. Apparently, maybe because she said she came in, she started acting really bossy and weird and erased everything. She was not the teacher of record. The teacher of record was another person that's in our team that just came in to be the teacher of record and stay for a few minutes, and then, let them do what they had to do. She ate lunch. She sat down and ate lunch with the kids as if she was one of the kids. She literally got a lunch, and like, we never do that. We stand around and watch them eat and, make sure everything's okay. And anyway, it was so scary. Nobody could believe it. Nobody could believe it. But this is not, I don't know. I was thinking maybe she was drunk, but that was not drunk. I saw the video. That was not drunk. That was someone who was hallucinating or whatever that drug is. I can't remember it, but I know if you look for it, just look up zombie drug, because that's what they look like. They look like walking zombies, the people that are on this drug. And this lady, I mean, she wasn't a young person that you might think would be, I would say she could have been young. She was probably like 30-ish. Yes. Well, that's just it. They have to be on the system. They have to pass all kinds of background checks to be. But apparently, nobody knows what you do in the morning. Nobody knows if somebody's drinking a beer on the way to work until they smell you, right? or whatever she was doing. She might have done it right after lunch, and then all of a sudden it hit her, I guess. But my para literally has a video of her folded like a rag doll, staring at her feet, walking and staring at her feet. And then they couldn't get her to go. They had to call security, and he couldn't get her to go. It took about 2 people to take her out. Yes, have you heard of it, Vintage Hunters? Isn't it insane? They show all kinds of I can't believe it when I see it. There are people lying down on a fence, just like zombied out. And I don't even know what the name of it is, or I haven't really researched it because I just kind of stroll through TikTok and things like that will come up. But that is so scary. And I was thinking, I know she went through the system and everything to get in there, but you'd be surprised how many crazy things happen at schools. I had another incident a few years ago with a sub teacher. Now, I was a para at that time, but this substitute teacher was pretending to be a sub, and she was going to different schools. She had at that time they didn't have to carry a badge; they just had to show up, present a license, get a little sticky thing, a little sticker thingy, and go to the room. So apparently, I don't know how she found out. She must have known somebody, or maybe she worked for the school system at one time. This was another school district. And she would show up to the classroom, and she knew exactly where teachers kept their purses. And I guess she knew exactly what time to come in too, because there's morning duty and the teachers are out of the classroom, and I don't know. But she was stealing people's wallets, people's money. Lots of money was taken. I don't know how people carried a lot of cash back then, I guess. But yeah, that's what she would do. That's what she was doing they couldn't find her. They had her picture posted on a lot of schools. That school district has probably 150 schools. They finally caught her. And because of that, oh, you did? It's some kind of tranquilizer, Anita? Yeah. I think that's what she was on. I'm going to have to show my para one of those videos, because she's never heard of it. She's never heard of it. She's a young girl too. She's I don't even think she's 35, but I told her, that thing on TikTok where they show those people that look like zombies and they're walking around. She says, no. But I said, oh my gosh, that's exactly like the video you're showing me. That's it. I'll bet that's what she's on. Well, anyway, they finally, with this other incident, they finally instituted the substitute tag. So now they have to carry a lanyard. It's a bright lime color, and no one can walk in without it, and so forth. But can you imagine? Can you imagine? I mean, if they let in people like this, just legit because they're on the system, can you imagine what other kinds of crazy things can happen? It's scary. Everyone who found out about it, the whole school found out about it. They were angry. They were angry that this had even occurred, because you never know what she could have done. I mean, I don't know. I don't know much about that drug, but it's called some kind of tranquilizer, huh? We all know you love jewelry. Do you ever make or repurpose jewelry? Doug, I used to make jewelry a lot. I used to do beading, not like Gianna, not that intricate, but I would do these really nice long earrings, kind of nausea style. I used to do that. I used to repurpose in the days of Madonna and her pearls and the Virgin tour and all that. I really was into that. So I would take these old pearls and pull them apart, and I would dangle chains and charms. And I sold at flea markets. This was long before eBay even, because I got on the eBay bandwagon pretty quickly. But even before eBay, I would sell at flea markets. And that's what I would do with jewelry, because I did always love it. And I would do that. I was also really into rhinestones and vintage jewelry. I wasn't to the point where, I knew what I even had. I've discovered some of the old things I've had, and I've had Holbe and all these listener and all these wonderful signer earrings that I've had for 20, 30 years. And at the time that I was collecting them, I only collected them because they were beautiful. So, but that's what I've done. Now lately, I sure wish I did. I dig through the jewelry jars that I have. How long have we been on? I dig through the jewelry jars I have, and I'm thinking, oh, I want to do this. I want to do that. And I just don't have the time. I wish I did. But I'll probably retire in about 5 years, and then I'll sit down and do that kind of stuff. I think. I hope. I don't know. I have so many plans. Let me see what other questions we have here. Heard of it from your son because he watches TikTok and guess there are some parts in California neighborhoods, some streets. That's incredible. That's the only thing I can think of is I don't know how anybody can walk folded over like that. I guess it, I don't know. I guess they lose their balance and that's the only way they can stay up. But she just said she was acting very erratically and that she was arguing with our children that she I had written something and I've been trying to show my children, my students how to type. So we're no longer, well, for at least a month or two, we're not going to touch a pencil. We're going to do nothing but typing, fast typing. So I told my para, just put any kind of a question for ELA that they can write, contrast. So they were going to compare seasons. And I think they put that fall and autumn are the same thing because I think mostly Europeans use the word autumn. We mostly use fall. And she was arguing with the kids that there was a difference. It was not the same thing. And one of my students stood up to her and said, "No, no, I don't know. I would give anything." And we do have a camera in our room. I would give anything to see that camera footage. We have to have a camera in our room. In our school district, I don't know if it's the same with you and in your state where you may be, but in Texas, and I believe it's Texas, not just Houston or not just my school district, but if any one parent requests a camera is put in. So then I heard recently that all special education classrooms now have cameras, which I'm all for. I don't see. Autumn sounds better than fall. True, true. Need to find projects to do. You taught me about Miriam Haskell, had a necklace by her and a lot I won. Oh, did you really? Wonderful. Watch out for those Miriam Haskells. Unfortunately, there is some unscrupulous among us. And yeah, they kind of tag on a little Miriam Haskell tag, that little swing tag. So many that's not, and it's not even with the little shrimp around us. The antique market is the most compromised market there is. Be careful. Be careful if you're buying a high dollar item from a high auction house. Be careful and make sure they have all gone through their red tape and through their rigmarole to assure that what you're getting is deco, what you're getting is Georgian, what you're getting is Victorian, because there are some very, very astute criminals and they will fool you. Much less the small fry here on YouTube or other places that resell. YouTube, eBay, notorious for selling fakes. So watch out. Since your retirement, you've been crazy busy. Good. See, that's what I want to be. And I'm so afraid of being one of these that'll say, "Oh, I miss retirement. I mean, I miss working. I shouldn't have retired." Many teachers that I've run into, they go back as subs or they go back and do something else, but they don't stay home. And a few of them have said, "I regret it." And some of them say they'll never touch a sub position ever because you never know where you're going to wind up. Haskell designers. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, thank you, Becky. Very sweet of you. Let me look through your questions. Can you guys see my red eye? It looks scary, doesn't it? I wonder if it's going to spread. I've never seen anything like it. It's really, really scary. I hadn't seen it all day. I had lunch with my husband earlier. We were sitting right across from each other. And then I said, "I'm going to go put on my makeup so I can do my live video." And I was about to tweeze my brows. Freaked me out. Oh my gosh. I was telling my husband, it seems like I aged 20 years in the last 5. In the last 5, I have aged 20 years. I feel it in every bone in my body. Hi, Miss Mia. How are you? PRQ. I need motivation. What do you need motivation for? Yeah, cameras are good, Anita. Absolutely. I've seen so many bad teachers. I've seen excellent teachers. I'm not going to paint them, but you got to be careful. You are your only child's advocate, period. I feel like I'm their advocate, but I'm not a parent. And a parent has got to be hands-on for everything. And they are really cracking down right now. And they should, on the general ed population that is under the 504 umbrella, and the mainstream, or the, what do you call it? Is it mainstream? Where they just go to resource and all of that, because they're finding out that they're not getting what they're supposed to be getting. They're not getting the extra time. They're not getting the, closed seating, preferential seating, they call it. All of their accommodations, they're not only supposed to be done by a special education teacher. They're supposed to be done by everyone from the coach to the, ELA teacher. So, well, I mean, nothing wrong with that. I think they should have cameras in every classroom, tell you the truth. And I'm a teacher. I don't have anything to hide. Oh, absolutely, Doug. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, yes. There's been so many horrible incidents in the elderly falling down and not being found till the next morning or a day later or whatever. It's just awful. It really is. But no, they're cracking down as they should. It's been a long time coming where people start paying attention to special education. And not that we are miracle workers or that we are going to cure anyone of a certain ailment, but management, that's what it's about, trying to manage the situation. By the way, if you are enjoying the video, we're about to probably wrap it up in a minute if I don't get any more questions. Please be sure and hit the thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. They're not all chatty. Believe me, I'm not going to say we're a small little community. I'm not going to say that I'm safe. I'm not going to say that you have to fill out a resume and take your seat and then I'll interview you and then I'll let you into my little chat. That's not going to happen here. Okay, you can come on, you can insult me, but I'll zap you and you will not come back. But I won't be afraid of your comment because I don't believe in safe spaces. Okay. Are the cameras only in special ed classes or are they going in all classes? Now, I wish they were, but they're only in SPED. And as I said, it's interesting how they want to save money. So it used to be only if a parent requested it. Only one parent had to request it, and they would have to by law put it in. But I could have swore I heard a buzz about it being totally required. Now I'll have to look into it. There's a lot of, state laws that come about, and I don't keep up with everything. If you're not doing anything wrong, you shouldn't have a problem with it. Absolutely. And I got used to working with a camera when I worked at the autism clinic. I worked at the autism clinic for about 2 years, and we were not only on camera all the time, but when you walked in, every other room had a huge monitor, like the hallways had monitors that were constantly flashing what was going on in each room. So we were definitely, on our P's and Q's, as they say. Heard of it from a son. Oh, okay. I don't think I have any other questions. If you want to repeat it, you can. Hi, Miss Anna. I think I saw you here earlier over at Vintage Jewelry Galore. I'm looking back to see if I have any other questions. Yep, exactly, Miss Vanessa. Grief never stops. We were talking about that earlier. Sad songs and how I sometimes go back and find them. Find a song that's going to make me cry. But I don't do it for movies. There is one movie though that I cannot pass up, and I don't know why. And I can't wait for that scene where she screams at the nurses. And you know what movie it is, Terms of Endearment. And it was filmed here in Houston. So, but that's just one of my favorite movies. I don't know why. I think because not only is it really sad, but I kind of like the ending. I kind of like the ending where it kind of tells us, yeah, it's devastating. We're devastated, but don't let it ruin your life. Someone told me that one time. It's weird how sometimes you can confide with a perfect stranger, right? That's why YouTube is so fabulous. No, one time I was we had just lost my niece, and someone was complimenting me on something. Again, this was 20 years ago at a thrift store, and I don't know what I said to her, but I had just had this open wound, And I just blurted it out. I just lost my 19-year-old niece. And she said some really interesting things to me that I still kind of find comfort in. And she told me I lost my son as well, not too long ago, and so forth. And he was very young as well. And she said, but I told myself I wasn't going to let it ruin my life. And I thought, wow, that's an interesting thing to say. But I keep saying it to myself a lot. And I think it's a good philosophy. I really do, because, that's why I think I like that movie. Boy, am I everywhere today, aren't I? I think that's why I really like Terms of Endearment as well, because of that note that it ends on, for sure. I hope I didn't miss any of your questions. Please post them again if I did, but I am looking back. I'm sorry about the trouble we had starting up. I don't know what the deal was with that. I thought it would be easier to go on the Duck, what's his name, StreamYard, because I want to learn how to do that giveaway with the wheel, and I don't even know how I can do that on here. Does anybody know where it is? If not, we're going to do trivia for the giveaway. Do I resell on eBay? I do resell on eBay. I don't share my stores. I've been trolled too much. It's easy to find it though if you want. What did I sell on there? Recently, my last sale was some 45. No, yeah, the little 45s. I had Van Halen. I think it's Jump on one side, and it has the cover of that little angel smoking a cigarette. Sold that one with, I think, Diana Ross, and about 4 or 5 little 45s. That's the last thing I sold on there. I also sold a Barbie case. I finally sold the red one, with the redhead midge on it. Sold that too. But I haven't been giving it the attention it deserves. If you're an eBay seller, it needs attention. It's like a little baby. You got to go in there and change the diaper, give it, cover it up, give it something to drink, juice, all the time, all the time. You cannot take your eyes off that thing. Craziest incident I ever had was a girl who came to me 15 kilometers away at night to escape the drunken quarrel. Oh my gosh, that is so sad. That is so sad, but I'm so happy you were there for her. That is really sad to hear. At least she had somewhere to go, but I can't imagine the terror. That is scary. I'm so happy that I had, I think I only heard my parents argue once, like a loud argument. And my dad always pretended he was asleep. So, well, I remember he pretended to be asleep, and she said something like, "You're not asleep." But that was like the only time. And I'm very grateful for that. I really am, because that must be terrifying to live with that. Yeah, I think I went back far enough, but I do appreciate everyone coming in for the video. And we're going to give away that machine that they sent me. They sent me 2. I used one, and I'll link that video below so you can take a look at it. Also link the Amazon link. So if you want to purchase one, it's only $29, and I think I'll make like $3 on it. So I do get a referral fee on that. But every time that anybody asks me to do a promotion, I always ask for an extra, or I ask for cash. Because believe it or not, videos are very hard to do. Anita knows. They're very hard to do. They are not, especially recorded ones and edited ones. So I'm not making them just to get, a set of makeup brushes or a bra. Because last time somebody wanted me to do a bra. Did sound like a good bra though, so I may do that one. But only if I can get a coupon or something to give away. And I mean a real coupon, like a free product. I don't mean 10% off. I used to do a lot, I would take advantage of it, and yeah, I'll take that. And I've been given a printer that I needed that. I've been given a few things that I needed, but if it's just whatever, no, I need to be paid, or I need a free one to give away to my viewers. And of course, you don't have to be a subscriber to win anything. Oh, thank you, Nita. I appreciate it. So, you are not late, Bonnie. I was late. Yeah, we were just chit-chatting. It was a little interesting, though. You worked at Jasmine says that she worked at a middle class school with many helicopter parents. I'd rather work with complicated kids than complicated parents. Well, uh, yeah, I agree. I agree. But there are many parents that are just as complicated as the kids. They really are. And I say that from well-to-do parents as well as um, children of lesser means, because they both have good parents and they both have bad parents. They really, really do. You are to the, let me see who else is 2 a.m. in pajamas to pick up the child from the shoulder of the highway. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Oh, well, she's probably going to be better off. Oh, show me, Miss Mia. How do I do the wheel? Where is the wheel on StreamYard? That would be good, though. I do have a trivia question ready in case I'm not able to do it. Do you have a favorite stone? Oh, that's another thing. I don't think I can. I like diamonds, though. If we're gonna go with precious metal, precious gems, yeah, I do love diamonds and rubies. Even though I love I love emeralds. They're beautiful. They're very delicate, though. But ruby's my birthstone, and it signifies love and life. And the color red is vibrant. It just I love it. A, a nice quality ruby is amazing. As far as semi-precious, I'm in love with rutilated quartz these days. I saw a big giant specimen at our museum and I fell in love, and I was set to find a ring, and I did find one from Anna at Vintage Jewelry Galore. Just so happens she had one day at her auction, so I bought that. And they're quite high. Honestly, they really are. I like rutilated quartz. Of course, I love turquoise. Turquoise will always have my heart. And I'm in love with moonstone. Can you guys see this moonstone? Check it out. This thing has I showed it in my auction yesterday. Literally has a rainbow of a banding of orange and pink and blue. I've never seen anything like it. I got this from the fabulous Sugar Vision, Steve, here on YouTube as well. Look at the size of that baby. Oh my gosh, it's so heavy and beautiful. And I just picked this one out. This is actually Claire's. That's another thing I wanted to talk about, but we're running out of time. A lot of people scoff at mall jewelry or, this and that, or even paparazzi. I never forget someone said, I hate the way paparazzi sells their stuff online. Now everybody sells online. Or maybe they meant like it's kind of like a pyramid scheme, I guess. You have recruiters and so forth. But I'm telling you, and I've said it many times and I'll say it again, I follow some paparazzi people to learn from them. They are the most amazing. The one I follow, she's the most amazing speaker. She is truly schooled in the art of selling. And she's been doing this for probably 10 years. And she's bought her home. She's supported her family. She's been widowed recently. And I have such respect for people who can do something like that. I also knew a Mary Kay rep who did this. And she was my neighbor. She was a professional school teacher. She never wanted to work in the public school. She always worked for private schools, but she always was kind of an entrepreneurial sort. And she picked up that Mary Kay mantle and ran with it and made a living, a really good living. So my hat's off to people who can do that. And again, paparazzi, some of their things are very lightweight, very cheap looking, but some of their things are bold and beautiful, and they fit the bill. Like this little Claire's necklace. Look at that. It's all AB blackened. I put the what do you call this, moonstone on a blackened sterling. I think we'd made it. I think we did it today, right? You bought a pair of sterling earrings with moonstone. Oh, I love moonstone. Yeah. Yeah, Stephen's fantastic. All right, so Mia, you ready to show me how to do the spinning? Because I don't see it anywhere. so we can give away the amazing ultrasonic cleaner. I have it right here in a box. This is not the one I used. I got two. I convinced them to send me another one. So, and this was really, really nice because you can put in a lot of jewelry and you can even put your glasses in. I haven't put my glasses in yet, but it does clean your glasses safely. Yes, they are amazing. It takes a certain person to be able to take a $5 product and sell volume. Volume. I mean, I watch her and she puts up an item, and mind you, they're still $5. Some of them are 15, some of their other ones. And, she's got the little number system, and 10 people are buying it at one time. Every single item, 10 people are buying, 10 people are buying. Not to mention she's making, she's an officer or whatever they call them of her region or whatever. So gosh, my hat is off to people who can do that. It really is. So I don't like snotty people who come on and say, oh, mall jewelry. Ooh, paparazzi. I hate the way they sell their things. Oh, really? But you're here selling on Whatnot and you're selling on YouTube, and come on, you're not better. Okay. So Mia told me up there above. Okay, let me look, Mia. Let me look. There's two. I don't see it, Mia. I'm so flimsy when it comes to things like that. So, okay, how to do the wheel. I don't see it. I just see where you're saying you're going to show me. The Parentzilla, right, Anita? Anything that sparkles, that's right. Oh, I'm so glad, Melissa. I'm glad you enjoyed the chit chat. And for my angry commentator of last week, I hope you were able to survive all of this chat and only a little bit of jewelry. Only a little bit of jewelry chat. Not at all, not at all. Your English was perfectly fine. I understood it, Jasmine. Link above. Oh, you sent a link? I don't think you can put a link. If you're not a mod, you can't put a link. Yeah, it must have taken it out. Just tell me, where do I look? Do I look like where the little squares are? Don't forget to give it a thumbs up, guys, if you're going to bed. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. Please be sure and bring your friends next time by sharing this video wherever you can on Facebook and anywhere else you hang out in this web. Oh, I'm so happy, Chris. Thank you for binge watching. I appreciate that. Yeah, I don't think you can drop the link either. But if you drop the link, where would it take me? All right, I like to do trivia anyway. You'll send it by email and it'll tell me. Okay, let me try. Well, let's do the trivia anyway, just so we can get something going on and if we get it right, we won't do the spinning, but I'm going to look for Mia's email anyway. I had that video that I did on the machine that I'm giving away. And I want you to name me at least 2 out of 3. The first one in the chat, 2 out of 3. If you can name 3, you win. But if somebody gets at least 2, they win. Okay. 2 out of 3 gems that I cleaned with that machine. And if you got 3 over the 2, then you win. Gems, gemstones, not pieces, not type of jewelry, but gems. If you can name 3, you're a winner. If you can name at least 2, you're a winner. Okay, Mia sent me the little thing. Oh, I got to log in. It's okay, Mia. We already started going with this one. Maybe next time. This won't be the last giveaway. Like I said, I don't advertise my giveaways because I don't want to buy subscribers or viewers, and you don't have to be a subscriber to win. All you have to do is be here. But you'll never see it on my titles. I don't want to entice people to watch that way. How many emails do you get on a day about your YouTube channel? How many emails? Not many. I wish I got more because I do sell through the email. If you ever see anything in a haul, be sure and email me. I just don't do a direct sale here. I sell on Facebook on Saturdays and I sell on Whatnot on Wednesdays, except for the last 2 Wednesdays because I was so exhausted. I fell asleep in my clothes. But I will try to be there this Wednesday. All I remember was the copper necklace. Oh, that's funny. The copper necklace came out nice, and I'm going to stick that ruby heart in there too if you want me to, Miss Felicia. That's going to come out really nice. Yeah, it's a nice machine. I'm going to have to I'm going to leave the link here in this channel, in this video as well. So if you want to buy the machine, you can. And as I said, I do get a referral fee, so I appreciate that. But no, I did clean some gems. Again, what do we have here? Did anybody name the 3? Okay, cool. Yes, somebody has 3 here so far. Let me see if there's one before her. Yes, there is another one with 3. Let me see who is the first one with 3 stones on it. And let me see, we've got B, B, and B. Aquamarine, diamond, ASMR Boutique said diamond and amethyst. That's 2. Annette said diamond, ruby, topaz. Do I have a topaz? I don't remember having a topaz. I don't remember having a topaz. And I didn't have an emerald. Diamond, amethyst, ruby, Barbara Phillips. I did have a diamond. I did have an amethyst. I did have a ruby. I did have an amethyst, quartz, and a ruby. I did have steep. Mia says, what? Enjoy your channel. Watch. Thank you so much, Stephen. I appreciate it. All right. Senior moment. Aquamarine, diamond, and ruby. Yeah. Okay. I did show aquamarine. I showed ruby. Did I show a ruby? No ruby. I showed an aqua, an amethyst, and a diamond. So if anybody, and a rutilated quartz. Those are the ones I remember. I don't remember a topaz. It was an aquamarine. It was blue, but it was an aquamarine. All right. So who was the first one that named those? Looks like I have Barbara Phillips, but let me go back and make sure because that is my winner as far as I can see. It looks like Barbara was the first one that said what I had down rutilated quartz, diamond, and aquamarine. But that's the one with 3, right? Is that the first one? Can y'all help? It looks like Miss Barbara Phillips was my winner for the machine. If she was the first one that came out with at least 3 that were correctly done when I did the video on the machine. Is that correct? I think so. You also said anything been binge watching your videos many twice, going through my own loads of fantastic pieces. Oh, thank you so much. I don't recall doing a ruby at all. No. Right? I believe it was Barbara. Doug, can you verify? Help me. It was, right? She was the first one that came out with 3 that were actually correct. Miss Barbara Phillips. I believe she is the winner. Because there was another one with 3, but I don't recall having a topaz. So rutilated quartz and aquamarine. It may have looked like a topaz, but it's aquamarine with diamonds. So I did have that diamond ring as well. Right? Guys, it was such fun hanging out with y'all. Barbara Phillips, I don't remember if I still have your address. I know that I believe I had your address from my Facebook sales a while back. So send it to me anyway, just to make sure. And you never know, maybe you moved. Oh, Lori, how are you? Thank you so much for being here. Yes, I do, Barbara. I recall. I hope you're doing well. But I see you a lot in the other chats. And I know I've changed my schedule over on Facebook here and there as far as times, but it's always Saturdays. So catch me over there. I'll have all the description in this video description box. Give it a thumbs up. Thanks so much for being here. Anytime, again, as I said, when I have a giveaway, you won't see it on the title. You won't see it every week, but it'll be worth your time to come anyway. And I hope we didn't chit chat too much for those who can't stand the chatter. But again, we do know each other a little bit here on this virtual planet of YouTube, and I do enjoy talking to you. I hope I didn't go too crazy with my crazy stories about teacher stuff that insulted someone, made someone's ears bleed. But I am a human. Once in a while, I do like to chat. Yes, yes. Once in a while, I do like to chat about whatever. I need all the best to you, baby. Hope your baby is doing well in school. I know you have a special, he's got autism, right? I hope he's doing really well and has a fantastic teacher because they are out there and they are dedicated. They really are. I'll see you guys later. Thank you so much. Congratulations to my winner.